January 17th, sports on YouTube. Todd. Oh, there you are. My bad. Todd Tondero with you talking about playoffs, NFL. What's up, everybody? You know, 4 teams left. Last week, we all watched the games. And if you follow these videos, like 5 of you do, hopefully more this time, I was 7-1 in my predictions. I was that close to becoming 8-0, and I like the Cowboys, and I really like the Giants. You know, I didn't really have, a favorite before the game, but since I picked the Cowboys, I was rooting for the Cowboys. If the Cowboys would have won, I would have went 8-0, and that would be awesome to predict 8 playoff games in a row, because who knows what could happen in the playoffs. But oh well, 7-1. The Chargers upset the Colts last week, and I honestly didn't think it would happen. I just picked an upset, and I said, okay, Chargers, Colts, and it happened. One after another, the big guns of the San Diego Chargers fell to injury. LT's got a knee injury. Phillip Rivers got a knee injury. Antonio Gates, he's still sluggish, and they won the game. One thing I did not appreciate is Phillip Rivers taunting the fans during and after the game. I mean, you see him every other week doing something that is unclassy, that is uncalled for. You're a quarterback, okay? Tough guy, grow up. You're not in middle school anymore. You play the game. You're paid to perform. You should perform. And you should be a nice guy while doing it. Yelling at your players, and geez, yelling at the fans does not show that you are a leader. It shows that you are far below the standards of a normal quarterback. You can't act that way, Philly. Can't act that way. But with LT going down, I was sure that they couldn't pull it up. But their backups came in. Turner, look at him. Ran a lot, got a touchdown. He helped them out. He defeated Peyton Manning. And Tony Dungy is considering, retirement. Tony Dungy is one of my favorite coaches in the league. I think he shows great leadership, shows great poise, great composure, and he's got a great mind. And what he did in Indianapolis was great. And him and his family said they are going to pray about this and see what comes in from prayer. And if he's coming back, Godspeed to him. And if he's not, I wish him well and I wish him the best. And over there in the NFC, the Giants screwed me over and beat the Cowboys, but that's okay. I'm happy for Eli Manning. And Plexico Burress, I miss you. Though you're a goofy sometimes, Pittsburgh misses you. But, they got it together, and they beat the Cowboys. Who would have thought Eli Manning winning a big game and Peyton not? You always talk about the family dinners between the Mannings, Peyton goes, oh, look at me. I won a Super Bowl. Eli's like, yeah, I choked again. Well, this year, guess what? Eli could say, I might be going to the Super Bowl, and Peyton doesn't. But there's no way Eli is better than Peyton in any sense of the word. But they're going to be playing Brett Favre in the Packers. That's not going to be any easy task. Brett Favre is as sharp as he's ever been. And it's sad for me to say this. I'm rooting for the Green Bay Packers. I never thought I'd say it, but I want Favre to get in the Super Bowl. And Donald Driver and Ryan Grant, despite fumbling the ball twice in the first quarter, he ran for 200 yards. Could you stop him? No. And Ryan Grant was let go by the New York Giants. And now he's playing the New York Giants. So I think it's going to be a big game for him. What it's going to come down to is if the Giants defense can stop Ryan Grant. But if they stop Ryan Grant, they got a passing game. And if they stop the passing game, then they're not going to stop Ryan Grant. They could either, they can only, cripple the Green Bay Packers. They can't beat them. I predict the Packers over the Giants. I just don't see Eli being good all the way through the playoffs. He's way too inconsistent, and he's just not going to do it. I think Packers are going to win big, too. I don't think it's going to be close. It's just what I think. And over there again, Chargers at Patriots. As much as I think the Packers are going to win big over the Giants, I think the Patriots are going to win big over the Chargers. And the Chargers are talking a lot more smack than they should. And they're just going to get beat down. You saw what Tom Brady did to Anthony Smith. And that defensive lineman that was talking smack on Brady, he's just going to go, guess what? I'm Tom Brady. I'm super arrogant, but I am the best. And he is. It's going to be Patriots and Packers in the Super Bowl. A little bit of off-the-field occurrences is Randy Moss got in trouble with the law. He's been quiet for far too long. And yeah, people, were saying, well, he's going to be such a troublemaker. And you haven't heard a word from him all year until this domestic dispute where he was has assault and battery on a woman. It's not what you want to do if you're a man or a woman. You don't want to fight anybody, really. Especially in this situation. There's 4 teams left, and this comes up. He tried to explain to the media, you're like, I didn't do anything. And he looked guilty all over his face. And though he's incredible, you got to keep that off the field stuff off of your mind. And so, as highly as I thought of Randy Moss, I think a little bit lower. And somebody that I thought low of, that I think a little bit more of, is T.O. He cried. And I just thought that showed a lot for your team. He said, that's my quarterback, that's my team. And he doesn't, he feels hurt by the media talking about, Tony Romo the way they do and the Cowboys the way they do. Because he's personal friends with Tony. And I just feel like he's one with the organization now. And I do have a lot of respect for what he did, where he's standing up for a teammate. It's a brotherhood in the NFL, and you got to treat, your fellow players as your brothers. And I think he did that. And I wish him well as Randy Moss. Just get your head in the game, man. But you heard it here. Packers versus Patriots in the Super Bowl. Have a great Thursday. And Cloverfield, the movie, is out tomorrow. P.S. Go see it. See you guys.